Hi students, welcome to Quick Grade Educational Hub. With me is Mr. James Michael Arthur. So today our focus will be ASE level chemistry practicals. Today we are going to target one of the questions from quantitative analysis, which is titration. From the examiner's reports over the years clearly indicate that students fall short on the table how to get a correct or accurate table of results, and that is our focus for today. That is what we have taken key note of that, and we are going to make sure students do the right thing to get the full mark when it comes to accuracy or the precision in terms of the table of results. But before that, as a student, you also have to use the lab apparatus to perform one or two titration before you go to exams hall. So what do you need before you perform titration? So these are a couple of items or apparatus you will need to perform titration, as you can see on the slide. Let's go into the key requirements for accurate table of results. So with the accurate table of results, these are the major things that should go into the table. Not only three, there are others. One is the unit. With the unit, all headings must include their unit. So for example, if it is a volume of FA1, then you put slash centimeter cube, initial Burette reading slash centimeter cube, final Burette reading slash centimeter cube. This is what examiner wants you to do. Then 2, Burette reading must be recorded in 2 decimal places, with the second decimal place being either 0 or 5. The reason being that the Burette is used for accurate measurements and the calibrations are too small, so in between is 0.05. In between is 0.05. So either you have maybe 12.00 or 12.05 or 12.10. You don't have anything like 12.12. No, students do make such errors by recording 12.12, 24.15, so on and so forth. You have to record 12.0, 12.05, 12.10. These are examples. But what we are saying is that the second decimal place should be 5. Then the third one we can talk about is rough titration. With a rough titration, it's a guide that always helps us to identify or get our endpoints, and we don't include in our final mean calculation or the average titer. With a concordant, we always refer to as values that are close to each other within 0.10 centimeter cube. So when you perform the titration, you should have 2 values or 3 values that are within this range, and once they are within this range, we call them concordant. So you can see when you get a concordant from the table, you can just take them and you will use them to perform the mean titer. So the mean titer basically picking those values which are concordant, adding them, then you divide by the number that you added. If it is 2, you just divide by 2. If it is 3 experiments, you divide by 3. These are couple of table of result that we have. So with a rough titer is also there. Experiment 1 is there, experiment 2 is there, and experiment 3 is also there. You can see clearly that with experiment 1 and 2 are concordant. So as you can see, they are concordant. You can see from my table the Burette reading, the headings with their respective units, they are there clearly. You can see them. So these two are concordant. That is why we add those 2 values, then we divide by 2. 23.10 and 22.80 are not concordant. That is why we didn't choose experiment 3. This is also another experiment. You can clearly see that experiment 1 and experiment 3 are concordant. So you choose 24.40, you choose 24.50, you add them together, then that will be, you divide by 2 to get the mean titer or the average titer, or sometimes you refer to as the volume used of a specific FA. The FA are the solutions that your supervisor will prepare for you, so you can use it to perform the experiment. This is another candidate table of result. This is a candidate table of result. This result, there is nothing wrong with this result. I mean, the table, this student is going to get, I mean, solid full points. You can see clearly showing the concordance. I mean, taking two values indicating the experiment 2 and 3 are concordant, whereas maybe experiment 1 is not concordant with the 2 and 3. You can see finding the average titer or the mean titer, and you can see that this student put 17.10 and 17.00, divide by 2, then the student is getting 17.05 centimeter cube. Excellent result, and this student is going to get full mark on the table. And the full mark on the table is basically the least one. At least the least one is 5. Basically is 5 and above. I remember 2022 was 7 marks, and so on and so forth. So I mean, it can go up to 10, but if you are focusing and even on the table to get at least at least 7 mark on the table alone, it can do you, I mean, it can do you good, rather than to sit down unconcerned thinking that maybe we have to someone will have to come and check the table for you and all that. No, that is why we've taken our time to come your way, elaborate on this candidates response from the how to obtain an accurate table of results. Please subscribe, like, and share. Make sure you turn your notification to all, so that anytime I release a video, you will be the first person to grab it. See you, and I mean, enjoy your wonderful night. Bye.